Hi there folks, Brian Smith here. We've been working on these cuttings since later in the winter. It's springtime now. Weather is getting better outside, but we have several updates. We have several cuttings that we're working on. As you can see, we got a lot of leaf activity going on these various cuttings from these various trees. In here we got white birch, white birch, white birch, and black locust in here. And as you can see, we got some aspen cuttings from an aspen tree that most of them are getting leaves. We got elm in here too. We got an elm in there, a couple elm in here and an elm in the other one. And as you can see closer, we got bumps on here. This is my, I believe this is my second attempt at trying to root black locust. However, the last batch of black locusts I tried rooting was from cuttings that weren't dormant. These are dormant, and we have plant lights. We did dip these in rooting powder. You can see they're in vermiculite and perlite. We put this bag over it, and we keep it misted. So we got a lot of activity going on. We got black locust in here, white birch, and elm in here, and aspen cuttings. I'm seeing a lot of white bumps on here, which is a sign of roots, which is a very good sign. So hopefully we get some roots on these. It would be nice to even have a couple black locust cuttings root. We use the rooting powder. And in here we got a bunch of other trees we're rooting. We got cottonwood, which cottonwood usually has I'd say cottonwood probably has a 95% success rate rooting cuttings. That's pretty high compared to most other cuttings of plants, which is only about 50%. So cottonwood and willow, most poplars, I'd say would be about, my guess is 95% of them will take root. But as you can see, this batch of cottonwood's doing really well. As you can see, there's leaves growing and catkins growing. We also got a red twig dogwood in here for something a little different. Inside here we do have an elm right there too that we're trying to root. Actually, I read elms aren't too hard to root. They're somewhat easy, so we will see if we can get a few elms to root. And there's an ash. I believe that's from an ash tree. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's ash. So we'll try to root an ash. We got cottonwood in there. And in here we got just all cottonwood in here, all cottonwood. And the only thing we used in here was sand and rooting powder. These cottonwoods are really taking off in here, as you can see. They probably, well, I did see a root on one of them already. So all these cuttings are doing really well, except for the birch. We never seem to have really good luck with birch cuttings. They always seem to die on me, but everything else seems to be doing good with the exception of birch. And there you have it. Cottonwood, ash, black locust. And this one's just all cottonwood. Cottonwoods are my favorites, so that's why there's more cottonwood than anything, because I like them, but I like to try rooting other cuttings, so that's why the red twig dogwood, and I mixed it up a little bit. But seeing what we do is we spray them with water, we mist them, and we do it once a day. And then over here on the kitchen table, we got a lot going on over here. We got some oak trees that we're growing, as you can see. We got oak and chestnut. Earlier in the year, last year we did a video about how to root chestnuts and oaks. We got a large assortment of acorns that rooted, and now we're working on these trees over here also. So we got oak and chestnut, and we do have one cottonwood that survived. All of them died from that old batch of cuttings, but one. They root well, but some of them, they get diseases, so we try to treat them now before we root the cuttings. But there's that eastern cottonwood's doing really well. And then we got rid of all the birch cuttings, but the ones in the mediums I just showed you. And we're trying to grow birch from seed now. And we got our birch seeds. You have to use a light to get birch to sprout from seed, so we put a light over these and we keep them misted slightly. And there you have it, folks. We got oak and chestnut, and the rest of these are all oak trees. We got oak here, oak here. These are all oaks. They haven't sprouted yet because they had tap roots and we just planted them. So we got to wait a few weeks and then they'll start growing like these oaks. We only got 3 chestnuts to root, but at least we did get a few chestnuts to root. So we do have 2 or 3 chestnut trees, but not as many as the year before. We're also working on a batch of sycamore, actually, trying to root sycamore cuttings. I have had some success rooting sycamore, so I know it's possible. We're using the sand for these like we did with that batch of cottonwood I just showed you. And as you can see, that leaf is starting to open up. We wounded the bottom. So there you go, folks. And we got cups in this bag. We're going to grow a bunch more oak trees from the acorns that sprouted roots that we did cold treatment. All right, folks. Keeping you posted. Thank you.